Hello, everyone. Welcome to Biz Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools on how to do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today I am here with my friend and colleague, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Terralina from Biz Chicks, and we just want to thank you for tuning in. We'd like you to sit back and relax because today is time for coffee, tea, thoughts, conversations with the Biz Chicks. So, with that, we always like to have a topic that's engaging and helpful to you to navigate the different things that come up during the course of running life and running business. So, with that, we're going to get started with today's topic. Fran, you want to introduce today's topic?
Yes, and this comes about most of our topics come about because of something that has occurred.
Mm-hmm.
During one of our events, one of the ladies, I invited her to tell us about your business.
Mm-hmm.
And so she began to tell how uh, she didn't start off with, "Hi, my name is, and I do this, and this is what I offer." She talked about her product. Then
Mm-hmm.
she began to discuss the product, what ingredients went into it, and things that, it's made with this and this and this, and it will, all of the things that was in there, how the ingredients work together. But she never told us what it would do for us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so that got me to thinking about when you're talking about your product or your service, because when you talk about it, you are actually selling it,
Okay.
right? You
Correct.
are you're helping people to get behind or want to buy the product or service. So today we're going to talk about 10 points on selling the payoff versus the ingredients or the process.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we want to do that?
Because that is what people are looking for from our product. They want to see a change. If my desk is dusty, I want to know that when I use whatever you're trying to sell me, I'm going to have this sparkling desk, and suddenly it's going to be neat and clean and organized and decluttered, all because I used what, your dust cloth or
So sell me the dream. Do I really want to know what's in the hot dog?
no, we do not.
Mm-mm.
But
But
we want to see pictures of us at the park, at the theme park, eating hot dogs, or at the 4th of July with the fireworks going. We're eating hot dogs, things that you know what I mean.
right. So yes, because I'm thinking of the New York hot dog guy, and he putting the hot dog in the relish and the mustard and the da da da, or the Chicago dog, whatever it is. Sell me the dream.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me what's in the hot dog.
Mm-mm. And
I'm
put the
having
people
fun.
around me that I want to enjoy their company. So we're all sharing, you know what I mean? The same experience
Mm-hmm.
in a happy place. Show me in the backyard with dad grilling hot dogs and, you know, passing them out on buns to the kids or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yes. So you are selling the dream, the outcome.
How it's going to
And-
be used. Yes, the outcome.
Right.
There you go.
Yes, because people buy outcomes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They don't want to buy the to-do list.
And if you really think about it, Fran, if you're talking about what's in the product and you never get to what it does for me, I mean, I don't want to know how my Dawn dishwashing liquid is made. I don't care. I don't want to know about all the different machines it's got to go through and, you know, the
Is it
formula.
going And so with that in mind, Dawn's selling point is that it will get the grease off just about anything,
It'll
and
cut
your
through
dishes
this.
cleaner, faster. Okay, cleaner, faster. I'll take that. I don't care
Hmm.
what you put in. I mean, yes, I do care about what you put in it eventually. That's
Hmm.
the secondary benefit. But the first
Yes,
benefit is it's going to clean my dishes, and will it do it quickly? And then you can tell me it's good for the environment.
exactly. And Mark has a comment here. He says, side note, don't ask for ketchup on your Chicago dog. You will be osh what is that?
Ostracized.
Ostracized? Okay.
So there are people who put ketchup on their dogs,
Mm,
and apparently that is a no. It's just supposed to
in
be
Chicago.
in
Yeah.
Chicago. It's just
Good to know, Mark.
thank you. We do not want to commit a faux pas
Okay.
buying a hot dog.
Turn around and ask for the ketchup. They'll be like, what? Okay. Hi, Jerry. How you doing this morning?
Hey, Jerry.
It's good to see you.
So,
Hmm.
so people buy the outcomes,
Yes.
not the to-do list. They
Mm,
want the transformation. That's what gets them excited, not the steps how to get there.
exactly.
I want to be transformed. Um, and
I
if you
want
start
that feeling that it gives me.
right,
You know, that that calmness that comes. If you're trying to sell me a declutter package, show me a calm space, an organized space, a clutter-free space with someone who looks like me sitting in there and being happy.
and you can do the before and the after. Before,
Mhm,
this is what it looked like. Here's
mhm.
what it looks afterwards. So
Exactly.
the emotions drive the action. You know, you're selling the freedom of you're selling confidence, you're selling the wealth and the peace, not the worksheet, the module, or the assignment.
Mhm,
You know, because if we got to go through, you know, because nobody wants to talk about the work that's going to be involved, they
mhm.
just want the result.
Yes.
You notice on the gym commercials where they're selling you the result of how you're going to be. You know, you could be thinner, you could be healthier, you can be stronger
And do
by
you
coming
notice
to this gym.
and do you notice that all the people, even though they're working out and struggling, they all got a smile on their face?
And they're like all happy, sweating, happy, yes, because they're selling the feeling of
Mm,
freedom. They're selling
mhm.
the dream. Yeah. So the payoff is the why.
Mm.
Um, I think when Apple, not I think, Apple sells the why. They don't sell you the 22 gig hard drive, the blah, 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 even though all of that is in there. They sell you the ease of use. They
Yes.
sell you, you're going to be able to create the way you want to without obstacles. They're going to sell you on that. They're not going to
Mhm.
tell you all the technical stuff that goes in there, even though you have a hard drive that will be able to hold more of your things. Even if they talk about the hard drive, you'll be able to hold more. Your processor on your screen or whatever, you'll get to see a more vivid picture. It's crystal clear. You'll be able to see the detail. They're selling you that, not so much um, you're gonna they're not selling you the equipment and how it was made. They're
Okay, so
selling
they're
you
not gonna talk to me about what's on the motherboard and how to change out my different, cards inside the computer. Um, you know what I'm saying? I don't do I really wanna know that? I just want to know that wherever I go, I can access my files. It'll talk to me across devices. I don't have to be a computer genius to use it. You know what I'm saying?
They're selling you the dream of being a creative. You can create what you want on our devices because you can do those things that Terry just mentioned.
With less stress, less
Yeah,
effort, ease of use. I think what they really, really are good at is the fact that their products are user friendly.
right.
They're
And,
intuitive, and they're
and
selling that.
right. They are selling you the why. Um, they're speaking to our dream. Whether you're trying to write a book or whatever it is, they're speaking to
Hi,
the dream.
Dr. Tachi. How you doing this morning? Yeah.
They're speaking to the dream.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so um, another reason why you want the payoff versus the process, the process sounds like work.
Absolutely.
You're going to have 4 coaching calls, 10 videos. That sounds very tiring. It's like, oh my gosh, I got to watch a video and I got to have many coaching calls. And okay, but if you frame it as you're finally going to feel the confidence in your finances when
Mm-hmm.
you go through this coaching program. You'll be confident in your finances. Okay, confident in my finances, I'm willing to go through
Okay. I know
the
I need more
coaching calls.
information, and I'm
Right.
willing to wade through it if it's
But
going
don't,
to result in.
yes, if it's going to result in the confidence in my finances. Okay, but don't start me off with, well, we're going to have 4 calls in 12
Oh my
videos.
gosh.
Okay, no.
You know, 3 brown bears and a couple of ducks. I just, I just want to know: am I going to feel more confident when I take this course? Because that's what I'm looking to obtain. That's the outcome I want. I don't
Yes,
care about the process because I'm willing to quote unquote make that sacrifice and do the things that are uncomfortable because I want the outcome.
but
So,
if you never tell me what the outcome is, I'm not willing to go through the process.
mm-mm,
I need to know, what do I need to do. I'll know what I need to do once you have sold me on what I'm going to get out of it. So
exactly.
people want the shortcut.
Well, I think they want to know, are they going to get what they signed up for? For instance, if I come to you and I say I want to learn how to do double dutch, and you say, well, first we're going to start with some jumping jacks, and then we're going to do 50 sit-ups, and that. I'm like, okay, but in the end, will I get what I want?
And so another case in point was, um, sell what it gets them, right? I was thinking about when you were talking about the jump rope and stuff.
Hmm.
Is that going to get me? I don't want to. I don't get me to the bottom line. There was something I was going to say about that, and it'll
The
come back.
objective was to learn how to jump double dutch.
Exactly. And if but I don't want to go through all that. Can I just playing a piano? I
Hmm.
don't want to do music theory. I just want to sit down and play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star something. And when I went to take a piano course, they were talking about music theory, taking me way. I was like, I didn't mind the history because I like the history, but when am I going to put my hands on the keys? I need to, how do I, if when you first come in, okay, we're not going to touch the piano. What do you mean we're not going to touch the piano? I came for a piano class. We're going to talk a little bit about music theory. I was like, okay.
It's like when you take a driver's ed course in high school and you think, oh, I'm going to get to learn how to drive. I'm going to get in the car and we're going to go for a ride. And they sit you down for what, 3 weeks of safety movies.
So people want the shortcut. Sell what it gets them, not what
Mhm.
it costs them.
Mhm.
You are going to learn at the end of this class, you will learn how to play 3 songs.
Okay.
3 is probably a short amount of songs, but whatever. When you get through this class, you're going to learn how to play them. And the payoff creates a vision. It sells, it talks about the destination and lets the process be the vehicle. You sell the vacation, not the flight schedule.
I love it. Mhm. Mhm.
See yourself on the beach.
You know something, and this is how people are also selling you credit cards. They show you on vacation. They show you, skydiving and all these experiential things. You know what I'm saying? And you
That's
can
it.
all this because you are a member of the Zara credit card group.
Right, because they're selling you the experience.
Mhm.
They're not selling you like people who don't like to fly will fly for the experience of laying on the beach or going on the cruise or doing whatever because okay, I got to put up with that to get to the thing that I would like to experience. So
Mhm.
you want to give them the experience, give them the dream vacation, the dream wedding, and things of that nature.
Oh, I love this.
Mark got jokes.
Yes, sarcastic jokes. He says, by the end of this class, you too will realize that you will never be in the Olympics for jumping rope. However, you might win a local contest.
Yes, you might. And it'll differentiate. Okay,
Differentiate.
differentiate you.
Mhm.
Many people teach the process. You, as the business owner, will stand out if you are teaching a clear picture of the transformation.
Mm. If you're painting that picture that this is what it's going to be when we're done, you know what I mean, or when you obtain this
So we're
product.
selling the after.
Hmm. Hmm. We're selling the outcome.
This
This is what this is about.
right. So before and after, we are selling you the after. Look, and it can be all of this can
Hmm.
be yours too.
Hmm.
And I'm in. Okay. And then you tell them the other stuff later after they've bought into that. The process is the justifier. Use the process to back up your promise. You don't
Hmm.
lead with the process. It's the proof after the desire is triggered. So once a person signs on, ooh, I'd like to take that yoga class because it's going to
Hmm.
help me be stronger. I'm going to be more fit. And then, okay, now we're going to take you through the processes because yoga
Hmm.
is not an easy something, but it will take you through the process. And if you'll just stick with me through this process, you'll have that wonderful outcome that we talked about. So
Hmm.
you're starting with this gorgeous picture. You're going to tell them the parts of the process, and then you're going to reinforce that process they're going to get. So I think that is something that you shared with me, Terry. You tell them what you're going to tell them. What's the big picture? What's the transformation? What's the goal? And what they're going to get out of it. Then they go into the process. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is this, and this. And at the end of all that, you're going to see this, which should look like the first thing you said that you wanted to show them.
Hmm. Exactly. So you start with what the objective is. This is what we plan to achieve. We're all going to Jamaica for free. I don't know, whatever. And and anybody who wants that, sign up here. And then we talk about the how you're going to feel while you're in Jamaica, when we're talking about signing
Mhm.
up, you know.
And then you're going to give them the processes.
Mhm.
Okay, so you need to sign up today, put down a deposit, do this, that'll secure all of that. And then we will be boarding the plane and we'll be off to our island adventure, whatever that big promise was.
Yes. And
Uh,
then you talk about the fact that you need a passport, the fact that you need real ID, the fact that you might need a swimsuit. You know what I'm saying?
all of the stuff that you will need to enjoy this transformation.
Mhm.
The payoff builds anticipation. People buy when they can see themselves on the other side.
Mhm.
Can't Okay, that's why a lot of people go for the grass is greener. Ooh, look at them over there. They're not considering all of the work that has to be done to be over there. They looking over the
Mhm.
fence like, wow, their life is amazing.
Wow. Oh,
But it took some stuff to get to that.
yes, what it took to get there. Yeah.
Right. You too can have amazing. You too can be on this island. You too can go on this excursion. You too can do that. But are you willing to do some of the stuff that's necessary when you are selling the dream or the payoff?
You know something? I just thought of a really good example, I think, Fran, is when they're selling courses. Like when you see them selling courses to become a nurse or to become a phlebotomist, they show the people doing the job
Hmm.
and enjoying doing the job.
Oh,
They don't
you
leave
don't
you
show them filling out the paperwork.
or doing all the homework
No,
or
they
with the
show
book
them
up there.
you show them the doctors who decided to come on become a doctor. They saw the picture of the white coat and the stethoscope and them standing. They didn't see the
The
book, all
hours
that.
of residency and the hours of internship and all the study that goes into it, and then the specialization time and you know, but they show that outcome.
So share the outcome with your clients. Whatever that outcome, by joining up with me, this is the outcome that you're going to have. This is what you can expect. This is where you see yourself here. You too can be here, whatever that here is.
Mhm.
Um, it builds anticipation, and people will buy when they can see themselves on the other side of it and the results that let them imagine that life.
Mhm. Mhm.
Imagine that life. Picture it. Okay, like the Golden Girls. Picture it. Sicily, France, the Caribbean. Picture your
1939.
business. Picture your business
Mhm.
with no hassle. Picture your business with all systems running
Mhm.
the way they should run.
Seamless service.
Picture that. Now, how do we get that seamless service?
Mhm.
Well, we're here to help you take the hassle out of your hustle. You can take some courses that we have. You can find digital mentors to help you through that process. Say you wanted to do media, you wanted to get your program live streamed, or you just wanted video. Uh, we have people who do media that can help you with that. And, so I'm not sure if Mark teaches other uh, coaches or not. But if he does, ask Mark Ward, and maybe he has a course on for life coaches.
Mhm.
Okay, so then payoff creates urgency. The
Mm.
bigger the desire, the stronger the pull. A clear payoff compels action now, not someday.
Mm.
People want to get it. Oh, What do I need to do to sign up? Have you ever been intrigued by an offer and the people keep talking instead of telling you where to push the button so you can pay for the thing? Please stop talking. I'm already sold. Just let me buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Wait before you push that buy button. We want to do, and they keep adding something else. I'm just like, please don't do that. You, I agreed to buy the thing. Let me buy it.
There
Don't
you
talk
go.
yourself out of a sale.
What can I say?
Well, it's done. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
come on, dude. I like what you said the results are going to be. You told me a little bit about the process, and so I'm willing to do that. Okay, let's get started. Click. But no, they have this long, drawn out, whatever this is, and then and I'm like, don't add another and. Can I just click on that?
There you go.
I think because I started playing golf about a year and a half ago, and I wanted to learn more, and so I clicked on something
Mm-hmm.
that's supposed to help you with your swing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they started sending a bunch of other. I just want to fix the swing. I didn't ask you to do all of the other stuff. It was just a lot, and it was almost like a fire hose coming at
Okay.
me. And I was like, whoa, I just want to know how to swing a club.
Ah.
So, and I'm not one that can take on a large amount of information at one time. One, because I can't process all of that. But
Mm-hmm.
the demonstration was in I think it was an Instagram or a Facebook short or something that it, you know, these four things will help you fix your swing. Okay. And I pushed the button, but I got that, but there was so much more that it was a turnoff. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I just want the one thing. Now you can put all that other stuff over there and let me go over there as I want to, but don't inundate me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, so don't oversell it. A clear payoff, 4 steps to fix your swing. Okay, I can do that today. So we are talking about payoff versus process, selling the dream, and sharing the experience, not necessarily the ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
talked about the hot dogs. We talked about well, I don't know if we talked about it, but I don't want to know how your perfume is made. I just want to know, will the scent be pleasant like I wanted it to? You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
smell
Mm-hmm.
the perfume. Don't tell me how you made it.
Okay.
All in the lab with the beakers and okay. When they sell you a gorgeous television set and they show you the 4K and the 8K, they're not telling you all the wiring that went in the back.
No.
You just walk in the store and it's like, wow, that's a beautiful picture.
Mm.
That's all they do. So you want to engage the people, engage your audience with the outcome, with the dream, with the life after this offer. If they accept this offer, they're going to get something wonderful, something that will wow them. It's the thing
Mm-hmm.
that will change everything, the transformation. This is what they want. So sell them the transformation. And if you'd like to learn more about this, we encourage you to one, join our YouTube channel at bizchicks.live. 2, go to bizchicks.net.
Mm.
Or 3, become a part of the BizChicks community by clicking biz or texting biz to 33777, going to bizchicks.net and sign up over there. Um, when you do, you're going to get more information to help you take the hassle out of your hustle so that you can build a profitable business that's fun to run. We have subject matter experts that are available to you. Dr. Tachi, if you're interested in getting things media wise together, you can reach out to her. Um, Life skills that you might need to shore up, you got Mark Ward. Need
Mm.
marketing help? There is Terry Johnson online, all over the place. Terry Johnson online everywhere. You need to talk about your health and wellness. We have Robin Shimizu, who comes in on Thursday. And then all of us will be back here on Friday talking tech so that your tech game is on point. So you know the different things that are available to you now to help take the hassle out of your hustle. Terry?
Yes, we also want to remind you that Coach Karen Fern is here on Wednesdays
Talk
talking
about your money.
about your money. So with that, we just
Oh,
want to, yes.
yeah, I'm going to jump in, and Mark had a comment. He said, and the 32 pop-ups that keep you from checking out. Oh my gosh. Don't do that to people.
Oh my goodness. Would you
You
like
know,
fries with that? Okay.
and if I say no, don't keep asking me for something else. Just let me out. Thank you, Mark. Dr. Tachi, thank you. Jerry Scott, thank you. Remember, Mark gave us a very good tip. If you're in Chicago and you're getting a hot dog, do not ask for ketchup.
Oh my gosh.
So that's all we have for you today. Looking forward to talking to you next week. Enjoy your coffee, tea, beverage, or whatever it is that you have. And we will see you then. Thank you so much, everybody.
Bye bye, everyone.